inches, number 34, Mike Dunleavy. At guard, 6'7" from Marquette, number 21, Jimmy Butler. At the other forward position, at 7'0" number 16, Pau Gasol. The man in the middle from Florida, number 13, Joakim Noah. And at guard, 6'3" from Memphis, number 1, Derrick Rose. The head coach for your home team is Tom Thibodeau.
Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight. Kevin Harlan here, along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. So here's Miami's starting group. Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Nick Roberts at the 4 with Bosch at center. And it's Dang in at the 3. Rose kicks to Gasol. Back to Rose. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Shot clock at 6. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Butler's got the first points up on the board here for the Bulls.
And often you can learn more about a team when they are unhealthy versus when they're at full strength. And last year I thought the Bulls showed they are not and have never been a one-man show. It's all about everybody contributing for them.
Now here's Wade. Pass to McRoberts. Pulls up on the wing. No good off the front iron.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
Butler, no luck. Wade with the defensive effort.
As you said, with the Bulls, there was a tendency to think that they were just Derrick Rose and 4 others, but top to bottom, this team has guys that can play.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Gasol setting the pick for Rose. Kicks to Noah. Pass to Dunleavy. Butler dishes to Gasol. Dunleavy, the pass to Butler. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Rose can't hit. With Rose out last year, Clark, as you said, the guys who are mostly role players showed what they can do.
Well, they're really unselfish at both ends of the floor, and that shows. I mean, they give great effort, they trust each other, they play together, and they always play hard, and they finish games strong, which I think is a credit to them and the coaching staff.
Now here's Rose after the miss by Luol Deng. Just 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Wade. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
And it's Dang in the corner. Wade outside. Easy layup after coming off the pick.
Strong move to the hoop. Nice power move. I like that one.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Rose with the ball. Out left to the wing. Dishes to Butler. 6 to shoot. 14 feet away, and that's good for 2. Here's Chalmers. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Wade outside. Dang attacking. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Dunleavy kicks to Rose. Noah with a screen on Bosch.
Derrick Rose, the 2011 MVP, but major injuries to his knees have cost him most of the last 2 seasons. Only time will tell if he's able to reclaim that elite status in the NBA.
2 shots.
And you recall Derrick Rose had some knee issues at Memphis as well.
Yeah, nothing nearly as serious as what he's encountered recently. But hey, he's only 26. Even if he doesn't win another MVP, I think he's still got a good chance to be an impact player, a high-level impact player, even an all-star going forward.
Well, what was supposed to be the triumphant return for Derrick Rose a year ago quickly turned into another nightmare season. Finally returning from that torn ACL in the 2012 playoffs, he managed only 10 games before tearing the meniscus in his other knee. Just devastating. We obviously hope that Rose can come back and put in a full season.
And both free throws good for Rose.
Well, you take a look at Rose, who was extremely patient and trying to get back to being on the court, and then he fell victim to another devastating knee injury. A terrific blow for him personally and certainly for the team and the city. But fortunately, the surgery did manage to keep all of his meniscus, which provides a better prognosis as we move forward. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Chicago trailing here. Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
Well, he talked about how tough a matchup the Bulls are for any team because of their defense. He said Coach Thibodeau really knows how to prevent an offense from doing what they want. The Bulls are experts in taking away options. If we're going to win, we'll have to find a lot of different ways to get points. Indeed they will, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. And Steve, now for Derrick Rose. How will his game adapt to having surgery now on both knees?
Well, he might not be quite as explosive, and maybe that's a good thing if his breakneck style was too much for his joints. But, you know, the mental side of it, that's what I look at. I mean, after missing basically 2 whole seasons, how is he going to bounce back?
Now Rose, following the miss by Chris Bosh from deep. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Chicago ball.
Mike Dunleavy, the former number 3 overall pick out of Duke, Steve, back in 2002.
Yeah, he played on that Duke team back in 2001 that won the NCAA championship, played alongside Williams and Boozer. You know, never really became a star, but a quality player over his 12-year NBA career.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And Mike Dunleavy Jr. is the son of a former NBA player and coach, Mike Sr. Actually, I played against Mike Sr. during his days, and Mike Sr., the dad, was a 6'3" point guard. Mike Jr. at 6'9". Because of that exposure to his dad's game, Mike Jr. has always had great ball handling skills even at 6'9".
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Sinks the triple. Butler's got 7 points. Here's Cole. He's covered by Rose. And Cole kicks to Bosh. And there's the pass to McRoberts. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
And for Dunleavy, a really smart help defender, and offensively has become more and more reliable with his 3-point shot here in the latter part of his career.
Now here's Rose. Butler kicks to Dunleavy. Wants to get it off to Noah and does. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Here's Cole, outside Dang. Dang, a screen on Gasol. Clock at 6. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. McRoberts has got his first points of the game. Chalmers against Butler. He dishes it to Noah. Outside Rose. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Dropped that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
Pretty good performance from the free throw line last season. He was about 84% from the line.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. The Heat trail by 6. Here's Cole. On the wing, Dang. Defended by Dunleavy. 6 on the shot clock. Here is McRoberts. Defended by Gasol.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Noah with a screen for Rose. Gasol kicks to Rose. Back to Gasol. Just his first attempt. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Bosch, a screen on Rose. And it's Dang in the corner. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Dang's got his first points of the night.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Rose dishes to Noah. Back to Rose. Butler on the wing. Left side, Butler. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Butler's got 9 points.
Defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Miami Heat, a terrific organization from top down. And one thing you notice with these top teams, there's so much continuity. You talk about that consistent continuity, so important. From the coaches to the front office, they know who they are, what they're about, and how to put players in position to win the ultimate prize.
Now here's Rose. He has 6. That's good. And now it's an 8-point Bulls lead.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Here's Cole. Banked in off the glass. Cole's got his second bucket of the night.
And when you look at the Heat, they say they're a development team because of luxury taxes and the like. You have to find players with upside and coach them up. We saw that last year with Greg Oden and Michael Beasley.
And so here is Miami following the miss by Derrick Rose. Here's Cole, defended by Butler. Shot from 12. Cole's shot is good. Cole's got 7. And he inquired with the departure of LeBron this past offseason. He saw many free agents still look to play for the Heat. They're definitely doing something right there.
Yeah, you know, they lost LeBron, who went home, but it wasn't an easy decision for LeBron. Bosch decided to stay, and they had several other free agents go out of their way to play in Miami.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. The Heat also changing it up. Anderson, he's checked in for Bosch. Granger comes in for Josh McRoberts, and it's Napier in for Mario Chalmers. Now here's Heinrich. Here's McDermott. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. McDermott's got his first points in this one.
Very positive opening quarter for them. The shots have been falling.
You know, the shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
Here's Granger. The kick out to Dang. Lets it fly. Again, the Heat good for 2.
The assist.
Now here's Heinrich. And Gibson now atop the key. It's hauled in by the Heat. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Bulls lead by 6.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Good, nice play there from Napier.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. The Heat knocking down the tray. Here's Gibson. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And I like their aggressiveness, too, tonight, because they're getting penetration, and that's allowing them to get some easy hoops.
Dang can't get it to go.
I'll tell you what, if there's success on the boards in this first quarter is any indication, it's going to be a good day.
And rebounds usually are a good indicator.
Now here's Heinrich. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Mirotic the pass to Heinrich. Goes up on the high post. It's Chicago with another bucket. There's a minute left to play in the first. Here's Napier. He has 5. Anderson outside. He feeds it to Dang. Granger kicks to Napier. 6 to shoot. Outside Dang. The 3. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
He just has not been a viable option for them this quarter.
Gibson with a screen on Dang. McDermott dishes to Gibson. Ring shot on the way. And Mirotic kicks to Snell. Feeds it to Heinrich. Mirotic sets the screen for Heinrich, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. You could tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him, too. I mean, he was going to be called on that foul either way.
Here's Napier. No good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bulls lead by 7. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score, playing well here, Steve.
Miami with the ball. 7-point differential. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Wade out on the wing with Granger. Haslam's out there with Anderson. And it's Napier in at the point guard position. 5 on the clock. Wade kicks to Haslam. Looking for Wade, he gets it there. And that one's good. Wade's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Miami.
Dwayne Wade last season shooting a career high from the field. Not the focal point offensively playing alongside LeBron, but he responded with the most efficient offensive season of his career.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, for Doug McDermott, he feels as though he's been overlooked a lot in his career, but he's learned to let it go, saying, I've always had a chip on my shoulder because I didn't have any scholarship offers. It was more trying to prove people wrong early in my career. Now I feel like I've established myself, and I'm just playing for the love of the game. Good motivation, guys.
And the game's in his veins, don't you think, Doris? It's what he loves. Thank you. Heinrich kicks to Gibson. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Now, he's one of the best in the league when it comes to executing that lead pass.
And Wade last season with the fewest three-point attempts, Clark, of his career.
And I think that was by intention, Kevin. He wanted to be much more efficient, so he decided to stay inside the arc. It hasn't been a strength of his throughout his career, but as he ages and loses some of that athleticism, I think he's going to have to look to reshift the balance of his shot attempts going forward.
Here's Gibson, the Heat getting the bucket. Here's McDermott. Another one falls for Chicago.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Now here's Wade. 6 points for him.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent, the result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Here's Snell. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Gibson with the screen on Anderson. Heinrich, and the layup is good.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Doug McDermott was a high school teammate of Harrison Barnes back in Ames, Iowa. They helped the team win 53 straight games and back-to-back state titles. At the time, Barnes was seen as the surefire NBA prospect, but McDermott became a superstar in his own right, playing for his dad at Creighton.
Butler, he's checked in for Chicago. Rose comes in for Kirk Heinrich. Chris Bosh is checked in for Miami. Chalmers comes in for Napier. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. Teamwork was the theme of the discussion in that huddle. He said, quote, good shots are there for us on the perimeter if we share the ball, work it around, and find the open man. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Here's Rose, following the basket by Chris Bosh. And Doug McDermott ended up playing for his father at Creighton. Dad didn't take it easy on him either. And, you know, do you think that Clark prepares him for playing under a demanding coach like Tom Thibodeau?
Without question, Kevin. I mean, you play for a demanding coach in college, and it prepares you for what you're going to face in a coach like Tom Thibodeau, who holds his guys to a high standard of accountability, demands an awful lot out of them in practice and in games. So I think Doug McDermott will be well prepared for what is going to be required as a member of the board.
And it's Butler missing.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Good. Granger's got it back down to single digits for Miami.
Well, he gets the fadeaway to go. I'd still rather see him go straight up with it.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. The feed to Mirotic, shot from 12. It's good, this time the assist from Rose.
Pretty passing, timely recognition as to where the open man was.
And here is Chalmers, looking for his first basket still in this one. Kicks it out to Granger. No good on the three.
A clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
Rose against Wade. Gibson setting the pick for Butler. Pass to Gibson. Outside Rose. Left side Rose, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
The Heat trail by 12. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Now the dish to Wade. The 10-footer. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. Chicago making some changes. Joakim Noah's checked in for Gibson. Gasol comes in for Mirotic. And Dunleavy's subbed in for McDermott. And then for Miami, Josh McRoberts comes in for Udonis Haslem. And it's Dang in for Danny Granger. Chalmers passes to McRoberts. Outside Dang. He kicks it to McRoberts. The 10-footer. And he drops that one in. Here's Rose. 10 points for him. Noah with a screen on Chalmers. Here's Rose. Butler dishes to Rose. Butler kicks to Dunleavy. Butler passes to Gasol. Tries yet again. And it's Butler missing.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
And Chalmers kicks to Bosch. Passed to Wade. Wade sets the pick for Dang. Here's the screen. Clock at 6. Back to Wade. For 3. It's rebounded by Noah.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yep, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass.
Now here's Rose. Gasol kicks to Rose. Outside Butler.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Now Wade. He's got 6. Poked away. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
You know that old saying, the more things change, the more things stay the same. That applies to Chicago. Once again, they were incredibly tough at home with their defense.
And clearly Eric Spoelstra wants to talk it over. And that tough defense by the Bulls here in Chicago, Steve, helped them to 27 wins in the United Center.
Well, a tough defense can stifle a lot of teams, and the Bulls have that for sure. That's been the strength of their club for a long time, and when you add that to this kind of home court advantage, it's a pretty tough combination to beat.
This is Chalmers up top. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Wade. There's the triple.
They haven't really been sharp from behind the arc here. I mean, it's actually gone from bad to worse. And when that happens, you've got to look at shot quality. Are they getting good looks from behind the three-point line?
Rose goes in. Gasol dishes to Rose. Back to Gasol. Knocks it loose. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And the Bulls lead by 12. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Wade kicks to Dang. Back to Wade. Chalmers with the screen for Wade. With the floater. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Butler.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Rose against Wade. Butler passes to Rose. And the basket good. Rose has got 12 in the game.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Inside. Here's Dang. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. The Heat making a switch here. Cole's checked in. Here is McRoberts. Passes it to Cole. 6 to shoot. Over to the left wing. Nick Roberts misses. The Bulls leading by 14. Rose with the ball. He's got 12. Kicks it to Dunley. Wide open look. And too long on the shot. Miami's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Nick Roberts dishes to Cole. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Wade kicks to Bosh. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Dunleavy's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Dishes to Butler, and the foul on Dwayne Wade.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
The pass to Dunleavy. Butler on the way. Left side, Butler. Shot clock at 6. Double team on Rose. Knocks down the step back Jay. Rose has got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Wade with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Wade against Rose. Teardrop shot, and it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut back down to 14 on those points from Wade.
He's terrific with the floater, and that's not an easy shot. D-Wade draws a ton of attention for his explosive offensive talent. But people tend to forget what an impact player he is in other facets of the game as well. I mean, he gives you rebounds, assists, steals, blocks shots. I think it's his all-around game that has him assured of being a first-ballot Hall of Famer.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Dang. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, the Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau, known as one of the most demanding coaches in all the NBA, he said the teams that are special always play with a rare intensity. That's just how championship caliber teams play. He added, I don't think you really feel pressure if you're putting everything you have into each and every day. Sound strategy, Kevin.
He's one of the best getting that kind of effort from his players, Doris. Thank you.
Joakim Noah, one of the great effort players in the NBA. His energy and mobility enable him to make his impact felt all over the court.
That free throw, no good.
Boy, you talk about Noah's energy and hustle. His offensive rebounding is a huge plus for their offense, and his speed in transition creates problems for the opposing big men as well.
And the Bulls making a change here. Heinrich's checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Anderson's checked in. And he's good on the second. At the defensive end, Steve, Noah is a key player.
Yeah, last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Kevin. He gives you rebounds, blocks, steals, but what impresses me the most is his ability to guard on the perimeter against screen and roll when he switches out onto point guards. He's unmatched in that category.
He had a nice open look right there. And it's 7 points for Luol Deng.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Heinrich outside. Left side, Butler. Clock at 6. He dishes it to Noah. Stolen by Anderson. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Cole. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 3 assists now in this one. 58 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Heinrich kicks it to Noah. Stolen by Anderson. Dang attacking. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Ronnie Snell's checked in for Jimmy Butler. The Heat also with the sub. Napier's checked in. The Heat shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Yeah, basically a middle-of-the-road type free throw shooting team, about 76% a year ago.
You know, when you're coming off a championship, actually make that 2 consecutive championships, it's even more okay to be more concerned about the postseason than the regular season. You're trying to figure out how to manage the regular season. And the Heat clearly took that approach, or at least it seemed that.
The Heat trail by 7. Here's Cole. He's got 9. Outside Dang. From deep. Chicago grabs the miss. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Nice little lead they're enjoying here, and they deserve it with all the work they put in on the glass.
Yeah, big margin for them in the rebounding department. They completely dominated the boards here.
Here's Snell. Here's Noah. He feeds it to Dunleavy. For 3, Heinrich. Good. Heinrich's got 7. That'll do it for the first half. It's the Bulls up by 10. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. He's got 14 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. You know, they don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Here's Chalmers. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in at the small forward. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with.
This is exactly what they need to do right now. Attack the basket, and hey, if you get fouled, I mean, you get the opportunity to shoot free throws.
Rose passes to Dunleavy. Back to Rose. Misses off the right eye.
Great look, disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
On defense, Miami. Trailing here by 8. Butler goes in. Chalmers against Rose. The fader. No good from Gasol.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Here's Dang. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Deng's got 12 in the game.
You know, one thing you have to give Coach Eric Spoelstra credit for is he's not wedded to just one approach. I like his ability to be flexible. You remember after the 2011 finals, for example, he really went back to the drawing board and changed Miami's offense to their small ball approach, but also wanted to get LeBron inside more. The result has been a couple of championship rings.
And here they go. Feeds to Noah. Pass to Butler. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. And it's Miami with the rebound. You talk about Coach Spoelstra staying open to new ideas. He spent time in the summer studying football coaches and their techniques.
Yeah, kind of an interdisciplinary interest in greatness. And, you know, that's what goes into building a champion. Spoelstra, very intense and focused, always trying to find an edge, even if he has to kind of step outside the box a little bit.
First one falls for him.
Well, Luol Deng was supposed to have a lot more help in Chicago as they got healthy, but injuries struck once again, and they were forced to ship Deng off to help in the next rebuilding project. First time Deng has ever played in a different uniform.
He hits both from the stripe. And Luol Deng, Clark, one of only 5 Bulls in history to play in a 10th year with the team, the 4th leading scorer in their franchise's history.
And Kevin, Coach Thibodeau called him the glue of the team, the Velcro guy. But despite everything he meant to the organization, his free agency weighed heavily. He refused a significant extension offer, so they felt they had to go in a different direction. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Wade dishes to Bosch. Deng kicks to Chalmers. Three-pointer. Miami no good on that time either. Chicago leading by 7. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Step back on that one and let it fly. And that's now 19 points for Derrick Rose. Now a timeout called by Miami.
Pau Gasol over the last few seasons dealing with a number of lower body injuries. Knee tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, groin, toe. I'll tell you, Kobe had suggested him to try to really slim down to lessen the pressure on his joints.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He urged his guys to get after it on the offensive glass, to follow every single shot, extend possessions, and cash in on some second-chance points. He was also adamant that they can take advantage of this defense with the use of solid ball screens and the pick-and-roll game. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Cav, it'll be interesting.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And Pau never really the burly type, but for 7-footers, getting as wide as possible can really reduce the pounding on those joints.
Yeah, it does. They say every 5 pounds takes some significant wear and tear off your joints. And we've certainly seen that be effective for Tim Duncan. He's leaned up considerably, and Pau able to play both power forward and center. I think the lighter weight will serve him well. Luol Deng is the definition of a gamer. He averaged over 38 minutes a game over the last 5 seasons with the Bulls. Played with a fractured thumb, torn ligaments in his wrist. He always goes all out at both ends every time he's on the court.
He's off on the second.
And when you talk about the physical toll for Deng playing those long minutes, tremendous discipline and dedication to keep his body ready to go. And his hard work and leadership has to be missed by the Bulls on and off the court.
And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Chalmers.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Here's Dunleavy. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And that one's good. And the Bulls lead by 8. And for Dang, back in the 2013 playoffs, he tried to practice through complications from a spinal tap. You don't hear that very often. That was a life-threatening condition.
And Kevin, he was unhappy with his care during that incident and said nobody from the Bulls checked up on him at the hospital. So I think that cast a real cloud over their ensuing contract negotiations.
Rose, no good. The Heat trail by 8. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Stolen by Noah. Rose against Dang. Rose attacking, and he gets the bucket. Rose has got 7 points for the quarter.
Virtually uncontested. And it's nice to be able to add to the lead without really having to work for it.
Bosh, a screen on Butler. Wade passes to Bosh. There's the feed to McRoberts. Wade kicks to Dang. The basket good off the assist from Wade. And that's 18 points for Luol Deng. The Bulls leading by 7. Outside Rose. Noah with a screen for Rose. The dish to Noah. To the middle. Here's Dunleavy. Boom! He jams it straight down. No challenge from the defense there, but could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner, going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
He used that pick to perfection. And that's 12 points for Dwayne Wade.
That's exactly what they wanted to do. I mean, you'd like to see that every time down the floor.
Gasol setting the pick for Rose. And he gets it to go.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Now, here's Chalmers. He kicks to Wade. Pass to Bosh. Shot clock at 5. Second chance shot. Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from McRoberts.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Rose, good.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Wade a screen on Rose. Right side, Dang. Bosh sets the pick for Dang. To the right side. Here is McRoberts, defended by Gasol. Fires at the elbow. Here's Bosh. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Butler. Dunleavy dishes to Butler. Passes it to Gasol. Baseline try, and it's Chicago scoring again.
Boy, he really used his height there.
He sure did, Steve. I mean, a nice touch on that shot.
Well, the Bulls were expected to play a role in free agency this past summer with all the cap room they had. A lot of options in terms of which way they could have gone.
They get it again. McRoberts. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Chicago calls timeout. With the Bulls, it was thought that Melo or maybe even Wade could be one of their targets, but Clark, they have to go big and bring in the former Laker Pau Gasol.
And you know what? To get Gasol in there might seem like overkill with Noah already manning the middle for Chicago, but I tell you what, his skill set will be a nice complement to Noah and the rest of that front line.
A long front line, huh? With
Big
them?
time.
Wow. Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Mirotic is checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. And McDermott subbed in for Dunleavy. Now here's Rose. 25 points in the game. Kicks it to McDermott. Outside Rose. Jump shot is good. Rose has got 27 points.
Rose can really turn it on at times.
Wade drives in. To the wing on the left. Bosh passes to Wade. Nobody near Granger. From outside, off the mark. The Bulls leading by 11. Gibson with the screen on Wade. And Gibson kicks to Butler. It's stolen by Dang. Left side, Dang. Left side, Dang. T-Wade on the wing. Dishes it to Cole. Clock at 6. Nobody near Granger. Knocks down the 3 ball. Granger's got 5 now.
Boy, they have been terrific from beyond the arc here in the second half. You look at the percentages. Good number.
Just what the pharmacist prescribed. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they keep it up.
Now, here is Mirotic. Back to Rose. Outside Butler. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Dwayne Wade.
Well, a tough shooting slump for Jimmy Butler last season. Some injuries took him out of rhythm. He was asked to play a bigger role offensively after Luol Deng was traded. Still, he's become one of the premier defensive players in the league.
And Jimmy Butler, a fan favorite in Chicago, taken with the 30th pick, Clark, back in 2011. And he really is a tenacious defender.
Yeah, he's a tough-minded, scrappy player. I mean, you hear about his tough upbringing. It's easy to see why he approaches the game with that fearlessness and determination that he plays with.
The Bulls making a switch here. Heinrich's checked in. The Heat also changing it up. Chris Anderson has checked in for Bosch. Haslam comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Napier in for Dwayne Wade. And so Butler nails both of them. The Heat came into last season looking to three-peat, and anything less would have been a disappointment.
Yeah, well, you could see that they were focusing on the playoffs last year. The Bobcats didn't really stand a chance against them in round 1. It was easy pickings for the Heat.
Butler with the block. And Haslam kicks to Napier. Anderson a screen on Butler. Tries again. And it's Napier missing. The Bulls leading by 10.
Well, to get back to the Heat last year, a lot of teams in the conference didn't really look to be in the same ballpark as Miami in terms of playoff hunger.
Now here's Heinrich. He has 7. Mirotic sets the screen for Heinrich. The 3. That is good. Heinrich's got 10. And Miami has possession.
You know, the Heat did breeze through to the finals, but the three-peat just was not in the cards after they fell to the Spurs. Terrific run nonetheless. 4 consecutive NBA Finals, 2 championships, and quite honestly, who knows how things could have gone if the air conditioning didn't fail or any other twist in that epic series. That air conditioning went down in Game 1, folks, if you didn't recall that, but it wasn't anything about air conditioning. The Spurs were super hot and well-oiled and highly motivated. They wanted that trophy.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Following the score by Miami.
Tough three-point try there with a hand in his face.
Boy, you'd be lucky to make that one against great defense.
Took him no time at all on that one. Granger's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Heat. Well, Chicago's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And finished off by McDermott.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Got a piece of it. Heinrich outside. Now the pass to Butler. To the paint, McDermott, and he converts the layup. And now it's a 12-point Bulls lead.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
There's a screen. And Cole kicks to Granger. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Heinrich outside. He dishes it to Mirotic. A beautiful reverse layup. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
That was the 3rd straight high-percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
The Bulls leading by 12. And here's Heinrich. He's got 10. They set the screen. Here's Butler. Misses, and he wants that one back. From midcourt. Offline. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bulls lead by 12. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And a moment here to look back at our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, no question, this was going to be the winner. Just take a look at the expertise he shows on this pass. Perfectly timed and beautifully placed.
Chicago's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Dang and McRoberts holding down the forward spots. Napier is out there with Chalmers. And it's Anderson in at the center filling out the middle. Dunleavy for three. No good. And Miami the other way now. To the paint. Now Noah. Heinrich outside. He feeds it to Snell. Poked away. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Napier. Drops in the breakaway layup. Napier's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Heat. The Bulls leading by 10. Here's Snell. Feeds it to Dunlap. Lock at 6. From outside the arc, the rebound by McRoberts. McRoberts has got 8 rebounds in this game. Heinrich with the steal. Here's Snell. And it's Miami with the rebound. Anderson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Chalmers dishes to McRoberts. Goes back up. Dang passes to Napier. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Chicago's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Noah against Anderson. Noah kicks to Snell. 6 on the shot clock. Now Dunleavy drops it in from 11 feet. And the Bulls lead by 10.
Now, you hate to see a guy suffer through a game like this, but his team is winning.
Heinrich against Chalmers. Chicago grabs the miss. Noah's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
And Heinrich gets it to go. And now it's a 12-point Bulls lead.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Napier kicks to Dang. Pass to Napier. The kick out to Dang. Hits it from three-point range. Dang's got 11 points here in just the second half.
That's his second three-pointer of the half and his 3rd overall.
Heinrich with it. Gibson with the screen on Anderson. Noah dishes to Snell. And that one's good.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. Get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Outside Dang. Back to Chalmers. Down low. Here's Napier. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Napier's got 6 points in the quarter.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Chicago calls timeout.
Well, Mario Chalmers, coming into last season, made a bet with Ray Allen about how much each could slim down and get in peak shape. Seemed to pay dividends for Chalmers in particular, who had probably the best season of his NBA career.
Some changes for Chicago. Pau Gasol's checked in for Gibson, and it's Rose in for Tony Snell. And then for Miami, Chris Bosh is checked in for Anderson, and Dwayne Wade subbed in for Napier. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Now here's Rose, and stolen by Chalmers. And it's the Heat on the break. Wade with the ball. It's stolen by Dunleavy. The Bulls leading by 9.
And Chalmers really not the quickest point guard in the league, but he has active hands defensively and pretty good feet. And those takeaways help get the Heat out in the open court, which certainly plays to their strengths.
Clearly, he's shaken off that cold shooting performance of the first half.
For Miami, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Bosh, and he uses the glass on the layup.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest it seemed easy.
Chicago's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. And Chalmers, more of a role player for the Heat. Not a huge playmaker, Steve, but he can knock down open threes.
Yeah, he's an efficient scorer, and his passing has gotten better over the last couple of seasons. He's a perfect role player for Miami because he can guard opposing point guards extremely well and then slide off the ball when Wade has it.
Quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bulls.
They've been the aggressors, and they've been tougher in the paint all game.
They've worked hard to get the ball into the low post tonight as well, and it's paid off.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Chicago. And both free throws good for Dunleavy.
Well, you know, both of these teams certainly in the conversation when you talk about NBA dynasties with some epic finals performances to show for it. Always a pleasure to watch these two teams face off.
Now here's Bosh. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 6 assists here tonight. The Bulls leading by 8. Rose goes in. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And stylistically, the Spurs and the Heat at different ends of the spectrum, certainly, Steve. The Spurs averse to the glitter and the glamour.
Yeah, whereas in Miami, you got the pyrotechnics, the fog machines. It's star power all the way. And I think in a way, the NBA kind of needs both approaches. They both have their place.
And the first one drops. Now, a lot of people thought, Steve, that Chicago had a chance last year to do much when Derrick Rose went down, but they stuck with it and ended up in the playoffs nonetheless.
And they didn't just make the playoffs, but they had home court advantage in the first round as well.
And both free throws good for Rose.
Unfortunately for the Bulls, home court advantage really didn't do much for them as they dropped their first 2 games at home and were bounced in the first round. Another example of why home court advantage is desired, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee anything in the playoffs. Matchups drive results.
Here's Dunleavy. Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Dang. Butler kicks to Gasol and stolen by Chalmers. Wade passes to Chalmers. Bosh hits the pick for Chalmers. The feed to Bosh. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Miami needs to get a shot off. The 17-footer. Rebound by Butler.
Well, the Bulls ran into a solid Wizards team and lost in the first round of the playoffs. It looked to me like they might have been worn down, and I think A healthy Bulls team with a little more depth is definitely a threat to go deeper this season.
Jump ball.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Shot clock at 6. Here's Rose. And he gets it to go. Rose has got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Now, here's Chalmers. Unloads from 13. Another shot, and Bosch with the lane.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
Left side Rose. And there's the foul, and it's on Josh McRoberts. Stolen by Bosch.
Their turnovers are really prominent. I know they're leading, but eventually it's going to catch up to them if they keep wasting possession.
They've been so undisciplined, Clark. That's been the most disappointing thing for me here.
Now here's Rose. After Dwayne Wade's miss, Rose attacking. Butler kicks to Rose. Back to Butler. Out to the wing. Goes up again, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Well, it's funny, Clark. Some people thought that Joakim Noah was considered a bust when drafted by Chicago.
Very premature assessment of that young man. I tell you, you talk about having to eat crow for those who felt that way. A 2-time NCAA champion, Noah has now rightly become revered as the heartbeat of this scrappy Bulls team, an All-NBA, an All-Star, and also an All-NBA defensive player as well.
Well, Noah has that boisterous, playful personality. I think his quirks maybe threw people off early on, but he's a wonderful teammate. He's unselfish, and I think more than anything, you know, his unguarded personality has sort of helped him connect with his teammates.
Joakim Noah hits them both.
And for Noah, who is really gregarious and outgoing off the court, but you get in between those lines and his intense competitiveness becomes apparent. I mean, he's locked in and all business. Fierce, fierce competitor, laser focused on winning. And he's not worried about making a few enemies in the process.
How about the field goal percentage shooting this half, guys? It's gone through the roof.
Rose kicks it to Noah. Stolen by Bosch. To the paint, here's Wade, and that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got 4 assists in the game. Rose against Chalmers. Butler is screen on Chalmers. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. Here's Gasol, hits the jumper. Gasol's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Butler against Wade. Here's Bosch. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Bulls leading by 10. Outside Rose. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. 6 to shoot. Bosch grabs the miss. Bosch has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Wade kicks to Bosch. It's stolen by Rose. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Second shot opportunity, and that one's good by Noah.
Well, they do have the lead right now, but they're not hustling as much as they did in the first half. They've kind of put it on cruise control. They've got to rev up the motor a little bit here.
And the Heat call time here.
Well, he sees something that he doesn't like. I'm not sure what it is, but I think he's going to make some changes here.
I think you've got to make your adjustments pretty quickly like he's doing here. Otherwise, you know, things can get out of hand. So this is a good timeout.
The Heat trail by 12. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Now the dish to Bosch. Left side Bosch. 6 on the shot clock. Chalmers passes to McRoberts. Here's the teardrop. That's good.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
Take a look at what Butler's done. He has 9 rebounds and also a block shot. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
He sure has, Clark. Both ends of the floor. I mean, his offense has been great, but defensively he's brought huge energy, too.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
And their confidence has to just continue to go up the longer their perfection continues.
Now here's Bosch. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Bosch has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Shot's good by Butler.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
The Heat trail by 13. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Wade kicks to Dang. Goes back up. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Still a close game here, though. That's surprising considering they're rarely grabbing any rebounds.
Chris Bosh.
That is surprising, Clark. It's difficult to be in a game when you can't rebound.
But, Kevin, they're still in it. They still are in it. I can't believe that they've had so much trouble with the boards. We'll see if they can hang in there a little longer.
Yeah, I can't believe it either. Now here's Gasol. The 17-footer. Again, Chicago.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
There's a good screen. Chalmers dishes to Bosch. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Bosch has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Heat. Chicago's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Shots good from Butler.
I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Chicago.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
And if you had to pick one player who would maybe take over everyone else in terms of picking up his game, it was, I think, that kind of a night for Derrick Rose. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide.
Three-pointer, Butler. Bosch grabs the miss. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, unless something dramatic and drastic occurs.
Yeah, something crazy would have to happen. I think you can pretty much put a bow on this one. You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
At the line for the Heat, Josh McRoberts. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that brings them to within 10. And so McRoberts nails both of them. "16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now here's Heinrich. And so it's Chicago winning this one. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan Player of the Game. Doris, take it away.
Derrick, tremendous work on the glass tonight. How important is that aspect of the game to this team?
It's huge. That's all Tibbs talked about, second rebounding. We crash the boards, our bigs are big at it, and when we pass it back out, we usually got the three-pointer, so it's easy basketball.
Derrick, thank you so much. Guys, hard to run if you don't rebound the ball.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.